Hey guys, welcome back to our week 14 video lesson for Group Piano 2. This is kind of the last regular video lesson of the semester. Next week I'll be showing you guys some things that you could turn in for bonus points during week 15, and then we'll have the final exam video. But this is kind of the last regular week assignment of the semester, which is pretty exciting. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. First things first is your 5 types of 7th chords in the key of B. So the major thing to find is the major 7th chord at the beginning. Major, triad, major 7th. So that's going to be that A sharp on top. Make sure that you get that, otherwise you'll kind of be going wrong. It'll take you in the wrong direction. So here we go. Major, triad, major 7th. Then 7 comes down. Major, triad, minor 7th. Then the 3rd comes down. Minor, triad, minor 7th. Then the 5th comes down, diminished triad, minor 7th. Then the 7th comes down again, diminished triad, diminished 7th. There we go. So now we'll go ahead and turn over to our scale for the week, which is our E flat minor scale. Just like usual, I like to start on 2 with this scale instead of going to, instead of starting on 3. I think that's really the only difference with what I do. So let's go ahead and start this one from the beginning here. Ready, go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, careful. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 or 3 doesn't matter. Left hand. 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right hand arpeggio. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Left hand. 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. For this E flat one, 5, 4, 2, 1 also works if you like to use 4. Okay, so now we'll skip back over to our unit for the week, which is our other scale structures. This is pretty exciting stuff. So we're talking about chromatic scales, whole tone scales, all that kind of fun things that add a little bit more spice to our music. So over on page 297, we have the chromatic scale, and your assignment for this week is pretty easy. You're just gonna pick one of these reading exercises. You can do the reading exercise that uses the chromatic scale on page 297. You can use the reading exercise for the whole tone scale on 300, or you can use the reading exercise for the blues scale on page 303. So totally up to you. So we'll just go ahead through, I'll just play through these chromatic scales here. Notice again, the pattern is whenever you have 2 white keys next to each other, that's when you use 1, 2. So from E to F or C, B to C. And then alternating, whenever you have white and black keys, alternating, you use 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. So I'll go ahead and play this through. Right hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Back down. 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Left hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Back up. 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. So over on 297 here, we have the reading exercise at the bottom. This would be one of the ones that you could choose. The most important thing for this one is to use that correct finger pattern for the right hand here. So starting, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2. Same, and continuing on that pattern. So you just want to make sure that you are maintaining those correct fingers to get that nice legato on the right hand, and then you're just going to be playing those basic 1 and 5 chords in the left hand. So here's how this one will go. Once you master the finger pattern for chromatic scales, they're really, really not hard. They're actually pretty easy to do, and well, should not give you too much trouble. So then we have a bunch of solo rep options in this unit. So we have the chromatic rag here. This would be one of the choices that you could do for the final exam. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to play this one, but I'm not going to do the repeats, but I will do the da capo, just so that this video doesn't get too long. And if you do it for the exam, you could probably do the same thing because this one is really pretty lengthy. You can skip the repeat on that B section and just go and do the da capo, and that'll be just fine. So here we go from the beginning. Very similar to the other one. You want to make sure that you are following the chromatic fingers that they suggest. Other than that, the chords are really simple. We're kind of switching back and forth between C and D and the primary chords. And then we do have a key change when we get into that B section. So we're just adding the G sharp or the F sharps there because we're going into the key of G for a little while. Very standard, moving to the dominant. So really the main thing that you'll want to do with this one is to practice that right hand to make sure that you're getting that chromatic fingering pattern just right. So here we go. So moving on, we have the whole tone scale. So a whole tone scale, as it kind of sounds, is a scale that is made up entirely of whole notes. So you can create from the 12 notes of the chromatic scale 2 whole tone scales, and each consists of 6 whole notes within the octave. So we have the first one in the right hand and the first one in the left hand. So here's how we would play this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. It's very Debussy, love it. Then the left hand would be 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is the other chromatic scale that you can make. So basically, if you think about it, within creating a pattern of 6 whole notes, there's really only two unique combinations of notes that you can create. So that first one is the F, G, A, B, C sharp, D sharp. And then this one is E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C, D. So here's the second one in the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So definitely for this one, an important thing to consider on the reading exercise is to make sure that you're following those accidentals quite precisely. It can be really easy to get off a little bit and then you're not playing whole tone anymore, which is important. So here we go with the reading exercise for the whole tone scale. And honestly, I just think that slaps. Like, that's so chef's kiss. I love whole tone scale. Again, it's very impressionist, very like Debussy, Ravel, a lot of my favorite composers. So I love it. So then we have the solo repertoire, which also focuses on the notes of the whole tone scale. So if you notice, there's one hand that's a lot easier than the other one. It would be the left hand does this the whole time. So you just need to make sure that your wrist is bouncing and so that you don't get any tension. But this is the entire left hand. It's just playing low Fs the entire time. And then you're playing your right hand really heavy. Want to watch the fingering on the part where you have the thirds. So just careful for that. And then making sure that you're following the dynamic cues is really good for making this sound convincing, but people either love this one or they hate this one. I love it. I think it's great. So I'll go ahead and show you this one, and this is one that you could choose for the final exam. I love it. I think it's really exciting and fun. But some people do not agree, do not like it so much. So the next thing that we have is the blues scale. So a blues scale is a heptatonic 7-note scale, but we have a very different combination of intervals than we do in a traditional major scale. So we have the starting note, then we go up a minor third, then a major second, then a minor second, then a minor second, then a minor third, then a major second. And so a pretty traditional blues pattern is to have your blues scale in the tonic, in the dominant, and the subdominant. So we have over here on page 302 the blues scale in C, G, and F. And that'll kind of help you to be able to follow that 12-bar blues pattern that is so famous, very recognizable, is to be able to play those blues scales in those 3 different key areas. And same thing, so if you were going to do a blues piece in D, you would want to do your D, A, and G blues scales to be able to achieve that 12-bar blues pattern. So here is the right hand on the C blues scale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Left hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Now over to G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Left hand. 1, 2, 1, 1. Oh, I'm starting on the wrong. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. F. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So there we go. So over on 303, we have a reading exercise using our blues pattern. So if you notice that the left hand is really simple, we just basically have those open fifths and sixths. And then we just have our blues scale. Very, very simple in the right hand. And then going along with the left hand pattern, which is very simple, and just going through those three key areas that we show. So here is this reading exercise. And then we'll go on, and the last thing that we have is a 12-bar blues improvisation. So this is really fun. So they're just kind of showing you there's an introduction segment, and then you go in and you're just going to play notes of each of those blues scales indicated by the key area that they show. So you're going to start by playing those 1.5 measures in C, then move to F, then C, then F, then C, then G, then F, then C. And they're giving you a suggested rhythm pattern, but you could definitely do something a little bit different than that, and that would work just fine. So here we go, and I'll play the introduction and then the rest of it, and you can practice improvising over top of this accompaniment. So here's the introduction. That is all we have for this week. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything that you'd like to see demonstrated that was not a part of this video, or if you need any specific help or guidance moving into the last couple of weeks and last couple of assignments. So good luck and happy practicing.